Hi, I'm Tim. I'm the MD of Comotion, and I want to tell you a little bit about an analytics mistake I made when I was younger in the hopes that you don't do the same. So I want to tell you about the time that I was tasked with analyzing a certain part of the business. There was lots of data available, and we had some time to go through this data and understand what was going on. So I went away and I wrote queries and I wrote scripts and I pulled that into spreadsheets, into PowerPoints, and I pulled this question apart every which way. I wanted to make sure that everyone could see how clever I was and how much information we could get out of this particular data set. So when I was ready, I put my slide deck together, marched confidently into the meeting, and presented my findings to a group of senior managers. One sage manager, when I was done with my very enthusiastic presentation, sat back, furrowed his eyebrows and said, "That's very interesting, but what can we do with this information? What can we do about that?" I must admit the blood drained from my face. I had no answer for him. I'd been thinking so much about the data and about the analytics tool sets that I was using and understanding the data that I didn't think about anything else. I didn't think about actually what we would use this data for and how we could action it within the business. I didn't think about the employees, I didn't think about the customers, and I didn't think about the business itself. So I want to give you a couple of tips to make sure that the same thing doesn't happen with you, and you can make the best use of your data in your business. When dealing with these kind of data and data insights projects, it's useful to think about it as a story. Now, a story has a couple of key elements. Firstly, you have the characters. The characters are everyone in the story or everyone that is influenced by your work that may want to know it for some reason or is affected by it. So a good example would be an F1 team, right? Let's talk about an F1 team. A Formula One team has a driver, and the driver wants to go faster. The mechanics want to know about their parts of the car to make it better. The team principal wants to understand all of these things so that he can ultimately win the championship. But these are all the characters that are surrounding this story. The second is the setting. The setting is the full context and everything around the characters that may influence them. So in our story that we have here, in the story of the F1 drivers, this would be the context of the Grand Prix, the context of the fans, the sponsorships, the stewards at the racetrack, the FIA, all of those contextual things that would influence the key players of our story. The third is the plot. Plot is what it's all about. And in the F1 world, it's really about going faster, isn't it? I want to make this car go faster than everyone else so that I can win the championship. That is the plot. But what is the fourth thing is the conflict. The thing that is causing some kind of crisis within that context. And in our case, it is generally around, in the F1 space, I need to go faster. Why have I not got the pace to beat my competitors? Something is causing my car to go slowly. That is the conflict. What is the thing that is keeping you back from what you're trying to achieve? And then obviously the resolution. In every good story, at the end of the story, there's a resolution. Somehow the conflict resolves or breaks in some way. And when we are using insights, we want to make sure that our insights resolve the conflict in some way. So it's no use saying, in the case of Formula One, for instance, why my car is going slower than everybody else's car. Right, that's a good insight, right? But it doesn't lead us to any actionable insight. It doesn't lead us to be able to know what we must do about this, right? Unpacking the next level of that insight is, why am I going slower? Is it because I'm braking too early? Is it because I'm accelerating too late out of the corners? Is it because I simply have the wrong tire compound and don't have enough grip? Is it simply because of the aerodynamic makeup of the car? Whatever it is, I need to look deeper and understand what it is that is causing this so that I can actually do something about it. Now, this is a bit of an art, a bit of a combination of an art and a science, because ultimately you need to think creatively to think about what could it be, to come up with your hypothesis, and then go and look in the data to figure out what the actual truth is. And then obviously repeat that. In every good data-driven organization, you have this process consistently repeating all the time. Every story has a good sequel. Some stories have too many sequels, but the point is that every story has a sequel, every good story has a sequel, and in your organization you need to be able to repeat this process. And if you put all those things together, you will avoid the same mistakes that I made when I was so enthusiastic about demonstrating my data powers. All right, so we told you all of that so that we could tell you this and give you this product plug. But we're quite excited about this product that we've put together that helps organizations to tell their data story and to make the best use of those insights within their organization. It's called Comotion Dash. And what it allows you to do is to collect data from across your organization, big data, lots of data from across your organization into our platform, and to generate visual insights on an ongoing basis to the right places in your organization. If you are interested in this, please reach out to me. You can contact me on LinkedIn, search me on LinkedIn. Here's my name across the bottom of the screen. And I will make a time with you to demo it to you and tell you why we're so excited about it.